Good morning. Happy Sunday Fun Day, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Mornings with Retired Bob. As I stated last episode, we're going to kind of stick with the whole holiday appetizer. Kids are home on school break for Christmas, so things that can maybe help out. So today we're going to make a little ham and cheese concoction. So I have here some puff pastry that I picked up at the grocery store. No big deal. It's over like with the Pillsbury biscuits and that kind of stuff. Uh, it has a very well sealed wrapper, as you can see. But I'm equipped. I have the scissors. So we're going to take this out. Put the trash over here. Got my accelerator. Keep the energy level up. You know, it's going to be a long day as we're moving truly into Christmas week. So we unwrap the puff pastry, get that out of here, and we'll put it on mine. You may remember I had a bit of a situation with what I thought was parchment paper in the last episode. Turns out that is actually paper that I bought to wrap sandwiches in, and so I kind of screwed up. Anyway, so we have our parchment paper out here. We're going to take this one and we're going to cut it into fourths. Okay, so we got one, two, whoops, three, four. As you can see, I didn't estimate size very well, but I wasn't about to get out a ruler. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut midway through. Okay, then we're going to cut in 3 breathing slots. On each one of these. This will help with when we put the ingredients in with the overall melting of cheese. All right, so we got that part done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some mayo. Okay, bit of a stumble there on retrieving the mayo. We got here our bottle of Duke's, and so what we're going to do is we're going to put just a little bit on each slice here, or each half. Then we're going to take our little spatula, spread it out. There we go. Now we're going to put some chopped up ham. I bought this at the deli in just thin slices and then chopped it up just because I thought it would be easier to work with. So we're going to place that in the center of each one of these. And there'll be a little left over that'll work just wonderfully for omelets. Now, because we're doing ham, we're doing half of them with Swiss because I'm a Swiss cheese kind of guy when it comes to ham. And so we're going to do these two here with some Swiss. You'll see I also sliced this up again. It was strictly for the ease of melting. And then on the other two, we're going to just use some good old-fashioned mild cheddar that we have here. Got to have a nice little bit of cheese there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the lid over for each one. Okay. Then we're going to place them on our bookie, no bookie here, our cooking sheet that has a baking liner on it. We'll stick them on there. Get over here so I don't block the camera. Then we're going to make the infamous baking crimps. You take your fork and you just crimp all the way around each respective.
Move your hand.
Little dude here. Help seal it all in. Got a little bit of a leak there. Should be fine. You see this in all kinds of baking situations where they put these crimps in. As I've mentioned before, baking is not really my gig. I'm more into cooking. It doesn't require shit like this. But hey, for the holidays, you got to test your boundaries. So then, once I get these crimped, we're going to cover them with egg, and then we're going to do something that I think is cool, and it's personal choice. So you'll be able to do whatever the heck it is that fancies you. Okay. So now we have our egg. I made this in advance because I know how much you guys like to hang out and watch me do stuff like that. So we're just going to coat these. So also give a nice brown, crispy texture to them. Good for presentation. You know, when I mentioned about the kids being off for Christmas break, these are a little bit like a homemade Hot Pocket. And so you could make them in advance. You could stuff them with any number of different things, different proteins, different cheeses, and have variety for those wonderful days of bonding with your children while they're off for break, especially if you have small children or younger children that require some attention. The next thing we're going to do is, just because I like it and I think it's cool, we're going to add some sesame seeds to one, and we're going to add some poppy seeds to one. Now, I encourage you that if you're going to use any types of seeds, be sensitive to your audience. My mother could not eat sesame seeds because she had dentures, and they raise hell with your dentures. So we're going to take these sesame seeds here, sprinkle them on this one. And then we'll take some poppy seeds. And then we'll leave these other two naked. So I'll hold them up for you so you can see them. Now they're going to go in the oven. The oven is set at 425. They'll be in there for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll give you an exact time when we take them out. Take it easy. Be back soon. Hello. Welcome back. All right, they're getting ready to come out of the oven, but first I wanted, because I like to show off what things I think that are cool. Check out these hot pad holders. They're easy to store, easy to work with, and they're just downright cool. So I have my usual silicone little mitts here, and let's go get the goods. What do you think? Look just like TV. Just like TV. MP's, she's not talking now, she's giving hand signals. All right. So, MP, which one should we do the taste test on?
Well, do you think we should wait for a minute so we don't burn?
Because that cheese is going to be hotter than hell.
But they look good.
They do look good. And the thing is, if you wanted to serve them as hors d'oeuvres, you could cut them into quarters or triangles. That would be good. But in the Hot Pocket family, you make 2 of those puff pastries, batches for your kids, put them in bags, nuke them. You got lunches. I mean, we're talking lunches. So which one are we going to go with, babe? Should we do a smaller one?
Yeah.
So that's one of these 2. Do you prefer sesame seeds?
No, let's try poppy.
You want to try poppy seed? All right. I just think that when I cut it, it's going to be like, oh, that cheese looks like a mouth burner. But hey, if you're not in it, if you're not a risk taker, you shouldn't be watching Sunday Mornings with Retired Bob. Oh, look at how crunchy that, oh, look at that. So then what we're going to do, we're going to cut off a bite for me, M1 for MP. You won't be able to see her behind the camera. Let's give the poppy seeds a taste. Well, we were right. It's hard shit. Cheese burned to the mouth. Merry Christmas. God.
But so good.
This, guys, this is a keeper. And with your ability to put in different proteins and different cheeses, it took 20 minutes at 425. Not a big mess, not a ton of prep. I highly encourage you to do it. And like I said, it could work as an appetizer for your holiday parties as we continue with that theme as we move into New Year's. And then we'll go on to something else. So I thank you for participating in this episode. Now to our newly added piece, the shout out portion. I'm going to start last episode. I did a shout out to the Onslow Early College High School, to Justin. Well, apparently, unbeknownst to me, the J is silent, and his name is actually Austin. And so, Austin, thank you for being a participant. I really, really appreciate it. So, shout out to you using your correct name. By the way, for those watching, Austin also makes comments. He's a great guy. He's like a top shelf platinum kind of member. My next shout out is to our granddaughter, Tay, who made the middle school basketball team. Way to go, Tay. I have kind of a leaning for basketball, as you can see with my Creighton shirt on. I like the basketball, so congrats, Tay. And then I got to give one more shout out to my monster truck loving Lyle and his little brother Briggs. Hope you guys are watching. You guys, this is our last episode, formal episode before Christmas. Have a great Christmas, a great holiday week. It's always weird when Christmas lands on Wednesday. Have a great time. Hug your loved ones. Enjoy. See you after Christmas.